Alright, so today I got another project here. I'm installing the camber bolts. Okay, so I got this control arm supported, and I'm just gonna show you how to install these bolts on. This is the kit that I got. If anybody needs information or whatever, it's the number. So this thing basically has this bolt. We got these two special washers like this, and then a nut. Okay, so you're gonna have to order 4 of these. And yeah, so now let's start removing these old ones. As you can see, I supported this first one. It's a 22mm bolt and nut. I'm gonna start taking it off. Okay, so the bolt is coming out basically, and yeah, soon after that we're gonna basically start putting a new bolt on. Here's my bolt removed. Put it aside now. You can see right there, that's how everything looks. Okay, so let's try this. Anti-seize on this thing. I already put one washer in. And that thing right here on the washer, it has to line up with basically that spot right there. Show you that spot. I don't know if you can see. Basically, it has those like teeth in there. So I'm putting this bolt on. Okay. Right there. It's gonna go like this. And that washer is gonna basically line up with those teeth right there. I'll take a screwdriver. With the help of screwdriver, let's see, right there, move the control arm in and out so you can slide this bolt completely through. That's what I'm doing now. As you can see, I got it there. Now I can probably use a hammer to help me out, like so. Now there's my washer. So, let's see, right there. So since I want to reduce my negative camber, meaning I want a more positive, then I would put this basically this way, like so. Okay, but the thing is that you're gonna have to somehow move this bolt so this washer goes into that slot basically. Alright, it's gonna be probably difficult, let's see. And then on this side I have to, let's see, do it this way also. Okay, so we gotta be like that on this side. So see it again here, right there. So there's a couple things that you need to know about this. Okay, these are not eccentric bolts. You're not supposed to turn them at all. If you turn them, you're gonna destroy everything. Okay, so here's the deal. This thing is sitting right now, as you can see, and you're gonna have to do a little bit like of you're gonna try, and you're gonna have to move this thing, the bolt, that way, so you can align these washers. Otherwise, it's difficult. So what I did is, as you can see, this jack is not supporting this control arm anymore. The only one that's supporting is this one, and I made sure that this bolt is loose. right here. When it's loose, it's the easiest to line these washers up. Now when I wiggle this thing back and forth, I can feel that this thing engaged and it's not gonna go anywhere. And now let's try. I did the same thing on this side. Okay, that thing also lined up. The other way you can tell is try to see if the washer is flat. If it's flush against the surface, then it's good to go. And the other thing that you're gonna need to worry about is you're gonna have to bolt it up now. Okay, and you're gonna have to be careful, because when you start to bolt this thing up, it's gonna probably want to move on you. But yeah, let's try doing that. And yep. So before I tighten it all the way, I want to make sure that these washers are sitting in the same spot. Okay, on both sides. And then after that, I'm gonna tighten this thing completely. Right there. That thing is ready to go. Once again, if you want to take a look. And it's not gonna give you a lot of camber difference, probably like 0.20 degrees or something like that, but you know, at least something. Let's move on to this front one. It's 21 millimeter, I mean 22, same thing. Let's unbolt it, and first you gotta support it again. Okay, so let me bring my jack here, support this guy. Like so. Okay, let's start removing the thing. Okay. Take off nut and washer. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I have to find a good spot. I have to probably lower it a little bit so I can make sure that this bolt is loose, so I don't have to fight it when removing it. Alright. Let's try this thing. It's still not loose. Well, again, I'm gonna have to play with it and see what's what. If you got it intact, it's even better now, because you can try to just spin it back and it should come out. You probably hit it a little bit, being careful. Okay. As you can see, probably you can see that, right? It's basically out. There you go. It's almost out. Let's try this thing again. Okay, let me bring you here. Over can probably lift this thing a little bit. Like so. Now I'll be able to remove it completely. There you go. Alright. We're gonna do the same thing. Okay, this washer, and then again put the anti-seize on this thing. I don't want this thing to seize in the future. Put it all the way around. When you put it back, this bolt, you can see it's got this slot in here. So the slot is going to be facing towards the inside of the car. So let's try this thing. Again, you have to work with your jack at the same time. Like so. And then this one. Okay, let's try this thing. This one is gonna face this side because it's gonna go into that slot, and this straight side is gonna be facing the inside of the car. So okay, so it went through, and again now you're gonna have to basically play with it. You're gonna have to probably use a pry bar and basically push this bolt in there so that washer can the washer can basically go into those slots. Otherwise it's gonna be difficult. You're just gonna mushroom the washer. So you're gonna have to get a pry bar, push this thing this way, and try to put this washer in. So you're gonna feel when it engages. It's gonna have a little bit like this much play. But now, as you can see, I can spin it, so it's not engaged yet. Got that nut started. So I didn't actually line up those washers yet. So what you gotta do is, I use the pry bar. You gotta put it right here, and you have to push it as hard as you can, and then you have to work that washer into those slots. Okay, so I did one washer. As you can see, if I can show you, I don't know. It's too dark now. Let's try this thing here. Okay, so this washer, I mean, I can barely move it. I know it engaged. And so now I'm going to basically this one, I'm going to do the same to this guy. As you can see, I'm going to show you this washer. There. Really dark in here, I apologize. This washer, I can move it around, so it's not engaged yet. Okay. So basically, as you can see, it's also not flush. So I'm gonna have to take my pry bar again, push on this bolt towards the inside of the car, and engage that washer. Okay, so I just wanted to show you. Got everything installed right there. Okay, let's try this thing. It was a little bit of struggle, but I got those two. So yeah, that's how you change these camber bolts. It's easier when you have everything off, the spring and all of that stuff, but yeah, it's just too much work basically. So I tried doing it this way, and you have to maneuver everything, all of that stuff, but eventually, you know, it's gonna go in. So I'm gonna do the other side, and you know, like I said, these camber bolts are gonna basically give you plus 3 millimeters or minus 3 millimeters, so it's not much basically, but it's, you know, better than nothing, I should say.